it was time for me to have to step out to run an errand or two. And the reason that I'm living right now is because part of this errand that I have to run includes me checking the mailbox. And it can potentially be triggering. Why, might you ask me, it be triggering? Because I really am really particular about personal space and boundaries. There was a girl on TikTok that mentioned that a little whiles back that I was watching. And it was so funny because it was very identical to the way that I felt. I didn't think anybody else felt similar to me when it came to that. Not black people, anyways. But I don't like anybody in my personal space, whether it be in my yard, whether it be in my mailbox, or anything to that liking, right? And I did this because when I came out, it was like this. I didn't do that. But I like to assume that maybe it was the wind that did it, but I want to see how crazy that looked with it like that because I didn't do that. No, it wasn't that at all. It just looks normal. Okay, but so last week, the week before, and I posted the thing about it, about me getting all this mail from the Democratic Party. And I get it, public records, whatever. But what concerned me was that it was me and somebody else. And plus, I was getting, and nobody lives here but me and has not since I've been here for quite a few years now. But, um, but it was getting on my nerves because I was getting mail from people, for people that don't live here. And it annoys me. It annoys me because safety is something that's important to me, right? You know, at least on the part of other folks doing this shit. Now, see, part of my task, what the hell just happened? I don't know what just happened. So, all right. I don't know why it all went white like that, but part of my task is to check my mailbox, okay? Not a big deal. I usually, like when I need to step out and get some fresh air, I'll check it. But what's gonna really piss me off if I open this mailbox and all that mail that I put return to sender with a date on it, if it's still in my mailbox, it's really gonna piss me off. I think I've intentionally not checked my mail for a few days because I didn't want to blow up if I saw it. And when I blow up, my blow up is different. I typically don't go crazy like people do and yell and scream. I don't do that. I don't do that because I don't like a lot of noise. But I get internally angry. It's like a pot simmering. So, and I don't like to simmer like that, right? So, and the thing that really pisses me off even more about it is on the front of my mailbox, which is a safety risk to me. I have my full name on there, mail for, you all know my name, only, bold and underlined. There was additional stuff on there that says red ribbon means pick up. It's not a decoration, but that has faded out because it's been there for about a year or two now, right? Because I had to put it up after a year of battling with the post office. The post office pisses me off. A lot of things piss me off. See that water glazed over look in my eyes? That's not tears, that's anger. That's what anger looks like on me. And it's accompanied by a big ass smile. Because if not, I'm gonna be angry. And I'm gonna be, that's what my anger, this is what my anger looks like. Notice the eyes. The eyes is where you'll see it. So, okay, I'm gonna check this mailbox because I have other things to do, but it's really gonna piss me off. If you've ever seen, I'm procrastinating because I'm trying to get myself down to a level where if indeed all that shit is still in there, that I will not freak out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get to myself to that level. So yeah. So I haven't checked it in about 3 or 4 days now, right? Not that I get any mail hardly anyways. Usually it's just solicitations. And that's okay as long as it's my name on it. And even though I hate it if it says current resident, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, right? Um, I'm so pissed off right now. But if you think about the movie, the cartoon, the children's movie Inside Out, they had and I can relate to all those different emotions. And as y'all saw on my other live today, that's what I was addressing, emotional well-being. And if you can't please please, because you can see I need it right I need it right now. I'm angry. But please, if you get a chance or a moment or two or three or four, just click on that video or the links in there and watch that mindset video all the way out. I'm going to try to make a commitment to myself to watch that daily as well, because I need those words. I need them. This anger on my face, I need it, right? Because, and I was starting to go through the barriers to being successful. And it's just like whenever I came to a hurdle, that's when y'all saw me typing on the screen, is when I came to a hurdle, I was addressing it right then. And a lot of it, like I said, for me, I think is at this point in my life, emotional intelligence. Because at this point in your life, I'm half a century old. There's some wear and tear. You understand me? There's some things that I've been through. And you're not as naive as you were before, so you have an understanding. And some of those things can potentially make you angry. And if you're a person like me, I don't like anger. I like peace. What I will do is I will simply leave the situation, you know? Or if you beat me to the punch, you know, that's fine too. But I don't like being bothered. But anyhow, you know, but the emotion of anger on that cartoon show or that children's show, Inside Out, I get it. But now I'm calm. So let's look. All that shit is still in there. And I'm still very angry. I'm very angry. I don't know what this is. I'm very angry. Very angry. Very, very angry. Okay. The good thing about why do I have stuff from the Treasury? At least it's directly to me and it's not under the business. I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, but I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed. I'm very annoyed. And so I will take my annoyance. See, at least I was cognizant of the fact that I was going to be annoyed. All those other emotions that I had on there, that the little gold coin by it, because those are opportunities. We're going to look at it positively. Those are opportunities for improvement, you know. I was very annoyed, very annoyed. But let me take the pieces of mail that belong to me in the house, and that will consequently come back and curse them out a little bit later. But right now, that's not where I can allocate. Damn, I can't even get in here. I have these, well, I guess I shouldn't tell all my security secrets, so I'm not going to tell. But yeah, so I am annoyed, and I will manage that. And look, I'm even turning red a little bit. Isn't that funny? It's not funny, but you know, it's interesting. So I'm so angry right now. I'm angry. I am angry. And I need a supervillain story. I don't know if I probably wouldn't be a good supervillain. I told y'all how I'm akin to, if you ever saw that movie, The Prophecy or Seven, the Seven Deadly Sins. And there was a guy, I'm so pissed off. There was a guy that he was no good to the devil or to God because he was so lukewarm, you know. That's kind of where I am. Oh, I need to take out the trash too. I'll do that when I come back. But yeah, so I'm so angry right now. So angry. All right, so la 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 la. I'm so fucking angry. I'm so angry. I done tore down this thing myself. But yeah, so how does it feel when you're angry like this? You feel very tense. And this is just my experience. Other people that get angry may feel different ways. But for me personally, I feel very tense. I'm holding my breath. And if somebody came, and for me, the kind of person I am, you know, if it involves another person, because y'all know how it is with my mojo or whatever, if I even think something bad about somebody, even to defend myself, it's like the wrath of God comes down, comes down on me. So for me personally, I would rather be, I don't like being afraid, is not a good emotion either, but I would rather be more timid than angry, because if you're angry and you just go the hell off, there's just checking checking my stuff over here, and it appears to be okay. But uh, if you're angry and you go to hell off, I think people that get angry that way, I really do believe some of those folks black the fuck out. And I don't want to be that. I don't want to conjure up that spirit, that feeling, that emotion in me. So I don't mind. I like that God has a conscience for me, and that even if I think something that's less than kind, my ass is on the line. You feel me? But look at this shit. Ain't no damn sense. But yeah, I'll come and take care of this better later. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to be pissed off right now, even though I am. But yeah, I'm gonna let it be for now. I know what needs to be done. I'll do it when I get back. But yeah, I'm so pissed. I'm trying not to be. But yeah, so I do like that about myself because, like I said, you know, that's when you see people that are flipping out and shit. They just go to hell off. No, that's not me. I'm very conscious and conscientious about stuff that I do. But and all this stuff, everything is getting on my nerves. See, I'm annoyed again. Pine needles all over the damn place. But yeah, we'll get to all of that eventually. Eventually, we'll get to that. Now, did they take away some of the mail that wasn't supposed to be in there? Yeah, they took away some of it, but not all of it. Um, so
Oh, my bad, baby.
no, you good. We was about to do this.
No, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Huh?
I do had something on my mind.
Me too. That's why I'm talking it out. You got to talk it out sometimes. You be all right. Let it go.
How your name though? My name's Sean though.
You can call me ALG.
Yeah, my name's Sean though.
Nice to
That's
meet
all.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
So you walking it off? That's what you doing?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
too. Cause you got to get it out. Cause if not, somebody gonna get hurt.
Exactly.
Either it's gonna be
Exactly.
you. Either you're gonna turn it inside and hurt you
No,
unintentionally, or turn it
hey,
outside and snap on
but
somebody.
how can you? Okay, uh, well, I ain't trying to cut off your intermediate though. Whatever you're trying to do now.
I understand.
Know what I'm saying? But help me help myself.
Yeah, we helping each
Know
other
what I'm
because I'm
saying?
going through it
No.
too. Go and talk to me.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to you now. Okay, okay. What about that? Ain't know what I'm saying? No, ain't no good solution.
What
How
you
about
mean?
that now?
Like if walking it out ain't talking it out, a
Yeah.
good solution?
We'll get up in the
It
sun right.
depends
I
on.
mean on the shade right here though, baby. Cause yeah, you gonna burn up, dude. And something.
Well, I
I ain't
mean, you
trying to
have to
burn up.
you have to think about it. What is it that's causing the issue? You know what I'm saying? Is
I
it a
already know
person?
it causing no
Is it the
issue.
government?
Nah,
Money?
man, hell no. Know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Can I cuss them?
You can curse. It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't say that because I'm grown.
Say what the fuck you
Bullshit.
want to say. Say it. You
Yeah.
got to get it out. Say it the way you mean
Hey,
it. Say it the way you feel it.
yes, sir. But shit, dude. All I say, dude, man, yeah, dude. I express my feeling, dude, about cussing, dude. But think about it, though. You know what I'm saying, dude? Okay, what about though when people is dead wrong? They
Get the fuck away from
well, hell, that probably is a solution too. But they they was dead wrong though, and know what I'm saying? Though, the reason why I'm talking to you about this, though, you know what I'm saying? It was it's just my auntie though.
them. Mm-hmm.
She was wrong though. You know what I'm saying? Though she started, you know what I'm saying? Though, just just fucking with me though. But she was wrong though, and I know what she was wrong about though. But I'm telling her and other people in the house though were telling her too though. You know what I'm saying? Though, nah, that man ain't did nothing to you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let them car hit you now. Yeah, you on my side, right?
Hmm?
You on my side,
What
right?
you mean your side?
Yeah, dude, we kick
Oh, on the side of
in.
the street? No,
Nah,
you
damn,
everybody watch
damn
out for
side. I'm
yourself.
just saying,
Everybody for
you don't,
themselves.
yeah, dude, I'm gonna help you kick
Mm.
ass. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, um, man, so I just feel like that, hell, though, if they done told you all that, though, that that you wrong and everything like that, but that though, so okay, and you still gotta well, I don't know what them proper words is or none of that fuck shit, but how do I get some closure or understanding
Get out
about
the
it?
street, boy. Come on, get out the street.
Oh, so you ain't gonna help me?
I'm gonna help you get out the
God
street,
damn,
though.
I'm
People
gonna help
trying to
you the last time now.
You gotta help yourself get out the street, though. You can't stay in the middle of the street. People
But
trying to drive.
I was gonna help your ass there while ago.
I got out the street because I knew people was gonna drive. You got to take responsibility. I got to get ready to keep on moving because it's taking a little bit of time.
Nah,
But,
it's
huh?
great though.
Yeah, but I'm
Like I
gonna
said,
say this though. Everybody got a side. You have to think about it this way. Whatever she had to say, even though you think she wrong, if if
but
she
she
wrong,
was. How about that? She was though, baby.
what was wrong? What she do?
Nah, she just made me feel like I was low though, man. Don't do me like that with that, man. Don't.
People
Yeah,
do that, you know. The
yeah.
world is tough. They
I
make you feel
don't.
like shit in no time.
For real, dude. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying, dude? Yeah, though, yeah, what it is, dude, man. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, dude, yeah, dude, I just want to talk to somebody, dude, and let somebody talk to me or whatever. It's good to talk to
Mhm.
people now. For real, dude. I'm talking about, not on no bullshit now.
Mhm.
You feel me? Just talk to people, dude. Cause you understand, you know what I'm saying, about, you know what I'm saying, though, what, that's why I'm walking though.
Mhm.
And you get the earth, you know what I'm saying, the birds though and everything though, all that gonna come to you though. And I love it.
Mhm. You're right. That's
A
exactly
lot of
right.
people don't
Mhm.
understand what I be doing though. I love it though. I can understand this. I can understand that, though. You know what I'm saying, though? When you get out and walk and do anything, though, you can understand, though,
Let's
what
walk back
the
around this
animals
way.
do it, huh?
Let's walk back around this
Hell no, what you
way.
trying to do? Kick them?
No.
Oh,
Mm-mm. I got too much junk. I don't need no more.
man, I'm just fucking with you now.
Yeah.
Well, that my voice, though. You know what I'm saying, though. But why we got to go back in the hood, though? You know.
All this the hood. You ain't know? All of this is the
Oh,
hood.
yeah, born and raised in the hood. What you
All
mean?
Valdosta.
This my hood.
That's the hood. Don't let
I'm
it
just
fool
going
you.
in and I ain't going in the
That's
deep
that
part.
is the hood though. That's the cut. That's like
I
that's the
know.
worst part.
Okay. Well, where the hell you trying to take me at, dude?
I ain't taking you nowhere. I'm just letting you talk while keeping my walk on because I got to take care of me too. The same thing like you was talking about. You said your auntie did you wrong. You responsible for you. So if you don't like something somebody else doing, just like me, if I sat there all day long and waited for you to finish your story, and that's not what I was about, and that's not what I was feeling, then that's I fucked me up. If
Yeah.
you don't like the situation with your auntie and you stay
Uh-huh.
right there and you keep saying it, then you fucked you up. You can't blame nobody else but you. It all comes back to you in the end.
You sound like somebody too, though.
I sound like me.
No. I ain't being funny, though. You know what I'm saying, though? I ain't being funny, though. I just, you know what I'm saying, though. Just being, you know what I'm saying, though. Being and your mama.
Mm-mm. Who that?
Oh shit. Well, yeah, she ain't. Oh, we got to turn it away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now you really going in to get oh, good God.
That's where your auntie at.
Hell nah, I was going down the other way. I got something else to do the other way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't make me walk your head around here though. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Now
make
I'm going
nobody do
this way.
nothing. And that's the whole point. When you have situations that you don't like, don't nobody
Okay.
control you but you unless you in jail and locked
And
up with
they're
them
right.
folks.
And they're right, dude. That's right, sweetheart. I ain't gonna lie though, that's right, dude. You You know what I'm saying? Though, I don't want to say it at first though. Hey, you trying to kidnap me though?
Mm-mm. Can't nobody do nothing to you. You have to be in
But
control of yourself.
you were right though.
Hmm.
But now though, man, I'm on the east side. Shit, born and raised, wide open.
Yeah, but whatever situation it's in that you don't like, you got to think about how to get, it's good. People is to know people and talk to people and hope that,
Yeah,
those people will do the right thing or see the right thing. But their right thing may be different than your right thing. Like, let's
yeah,
say, I'll tell you a situation. Saw a drug man on the street, and I used to think the worst about him. I was like, oh, he don't do nothing but sell drugs, blah, blah, blah. Then I
mm,
met these kids. The kids, the bottom of their shoes had holes all the way through. And I was like,
yeah,
oh, ask your parents if I could take you to such and such.
yeah.
But the bottom line is that I found out if it wasn't for that drug man, them kids wouldn't have had nowhere to live. You understand me?
That
And
that
so
that
for
that.
somebody on the outside looking in, they would say, oh, that's a bad person, because that's how I felt, because he's doping up all the black people in the neighborhood. But on the same note,
Right.
the other side, them kids, you know, so it's all a matter of perception. What's who did wrong and who did right.
But hey, man, it is what it is, dude. It
Okay,
is, though.
okay.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Man, we just here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude. But I feel what you're saying. I don't
So
think
in
you're
that
wrong though.
situation with your auntie, what would you like the end result to be?
That's a soul cracker. Oh,
Okay, so
that's a soul bite.
I'm walking down the hood street. I told you the street next to where I live at is really, really hood. So the man came up and started talking. And I don't know, I talk loud, so maybe I was walking loud, maybe they could hear me. And you don't know, ever know what the situation is. Hopefully he ain't trying to swing back around and do something to my place. But the whole thing about it, and like I said, God tried to ask me if I'm ready. The whole thing about it is, and see, and that took me away from my situations. And then you have to be careful too, because sometimes things are divergent. The man was saying how he felt like his auntie did him wrong. This is a story that he's telling me, right? And so what I'm assuming, and I didn't get a chance to get into that, is that he probably lives with whoever this person is that he's claiming to be his auntie, right? And that person is probably saying, oh, and it's probably true, because this is a middle of a weekday. This is Monday in the middle of the afternoon, so most people will be at work. So that's probably what the situation is. She's probably saying, oh, you staying here, you ain't doing nothing, you contribute no bills. And he's saying, oh, well, she makes me feel low, like she ain't shit. Like he ain't shit. And then the first resolution always, though, if you don't like something or like being around someone or somebody is not an asset to your life, vacate. Leave. You know what I'm saying? Leave. That's the easiest thing to do, or that's the most right thing to do, because you're crowding that person's space, that person's crowding your space. Talking about that, there was a situation yesterday where, what was it? There was a young girl that worked customer service, looked like a grocery store or something like that, right? And this is on TikTok. She was on her phone, and a male came up, and he had, his family with him, child, the mother of his child, family was with him. And so then he walks up to the counter. The girl's on the phone. She said it's Saturday, it's slow or whatever like that. So she's on her phone. So when the man walks up, he says to her, um, get off your phone. She was like, oh, can I help you, sir? She was like, yeah, you can come over here and see what I need and get off your phone. So she was just like, she ignored it and thought she was being decent about it, because she said again, can I help you? And so he said it again, and then he got really mad because the woman's on her phone, on her phone, and he's supposed to be helping her. And it got to the point where, she said she just ignored him and went on to the next customer, right? And when she tried to do that, he started going off saying he was going to kick her butt, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 right? So then she goes, I don't know how the whole story really went, but she actually eventually goes to go get a manager or one of her coworkers and said, I'm not ringing him up, you ring him up. So the coworker comes over to help him, but the coworker doesn't really work as a cashier, so he can't ring her out, that man out, right? And so then um, So she can't ring that man out. And he says, well, I need you to ring out. She was like, well, I'm not ringing him out. I quit. So basically, she quit on the spot and went on about her business. And then the customer got his food for free, right? And she was like, really, she felt like she was being tried. There's a few different takes I had on this. Old school me is like, you shouldn't have your phone out there anyways if you're at work. That's old school me. But the world is no longer run by old school. The world is just whatever you want to do, that's the hell you do, as long as you stand 10 toes down in it. That's how the world really operates, okay? Probably operated like that for a real long time. I didn't realize it until now, right? So, um, so my comment, I was really offended by the way she handled that, but I try to be easy with it because I know the world has changed. So what I said was, um, what I said was, oh, I should have brought water with me. I'm really thirsty now that the sun is beaming down. But I'll be okay. So what I said was basically, I understand that where the gap lies is there's a generational gap, right? Um, it's a gap in generations. I'm a little bit older. In my generation, you're not supposed to have your phone out there, period. And I'm sure that whatever documents she signed with HR when she got that job, also stated that she shouldn't have that phone out there too. But the way the world really works is that corporations, even with regards to employees and even on their own behalf, and even I guess the smarter younger generation knows it already. What they have on paper don't really mean shit. They enforce it only when they want to, only when it becomes something that threatens them or their lifestyle or whatever, something that impacts them in any way that they don't like, right? So that's the understanding I have. I think that the other person that helped out, you know, he did, the man came there to patronize the business. He didn't come there to argue. It reminds me of when I used to love taking walks to the grocery store, right? And I would take a walk to the grocery store, and I would take a walk to the grocery store, and when I take the walk to the grocery store, whew, it would be happy for me. I enjoy being outside, enjoying the fresh air, and then the finalization of picking up some things that you actually needed, so you feel a feeling of accomplishment, and then you go back home, right? And yeah, so if those people swing back around, they probably get scared when they come to the house, so they ain't nothing. But I hope they don't try to, because people, the neighborhood is bad. They be robbing folks in the daytime. I don't have nothing to rob, but But so anywho, I'm gonna take care of my goals and keep it moving. I'm about to take the sweater off because it is now kind of hot, whew, which is a good thing. Anyway, shout out to Jay Wayne, that tried to give me some encouragement. He saw me updating my emotions chart in regards to my weight, but that wasn't just based on, and I don't need a second opinion. I have my own opinion. But if you have yours, that's fine too, as long as it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how long I've been muted. So if you missed anything, basically, as I was coming out of the house, uh, as I was coming out of the house, this man approached me, and he was like, basically, he was really stuttering over his words and everything. So I kind of felt for him. And as he was stuttering over his words, I was like, he said he wanted to get my opinion on something. And I think what it was, I was talking so loud he could probably hear me and hear the gist of the conversation. So he blended himself in, right? And I'm watching him now to make sure he's not trying to swing back around and rob my house. I don't have nothing to rob, I'm just saying. But but nobody likes their space violated is all I'm saying. I need to watch the other guy that was with him too. Where is he going? Um, okay, so I don't know if I'm in somebody's driveway. Must be. Oh, that scared me. Let me keep moving. Okay, there's like 5 cars, right? And they all driving real, real, real slow. And I didn't think nothing of it. I thought, because sometimes I just stop out of the blue. I thought that maybe I had stopped in the middle of a driveway. Okay, they waving, so they okay. I got scared at first. I was like, "What's going on? I'm about to get shot up or something." But no, and God bless, because it might just be like a funeral or something. But um, yeah, so I need to stop being so scared. See, this is where the duality comes in, because one part of me is like, I need to stop being so scared of people. Then the other part of me is like, hell no. Just like the other night with that teenage boy. On the one hand, I'm really, really scared. On the one hand, I'm really, really scared. I'm really, really scared. And I'm so weird. I'm a weirdo. I'm out here and I start to walk and there's a person starting to cross the street, right? And so I do this. And then I realize in my mind as I'm doing that probably looks like I'm a, whatever. And so when the person turned, I did this, you know, like go ahead, So I gotta. That's the other thing I have to worry. It's like duality. It's like one part of me wants to be helpful, one part of me wants to be social. The other part of me, I guess, because of all the things I've experienced, is like scared of. Oh, it's hot. I can't breathe. But scared of all the ramifications, because I realized that my appearance, and I'm gonna share that with y'all when I get back. It's not up to par. And I was talking about one of the things that I wasn't talking about, but I was thinking about, and I was going to share it with you guys later. The barriers to success. One of those is emotional intelligence, which y'all are experiencing some of that now, where a little bit of, again, is fear that come in contact with, people are come in contact with, and the other part is wanting to engage and wanting to be helpful. So, it's a little bit of duality, right? And then the second huge barrier to success for me is my appearance. Look at this shit. You see my bra strap. And I'll show y'all. I took a picture of all 4 degrees of me, right? Front side, back side, and the other side. And I took in the pictures, it was one of those one-shot things. I remember when I was younger, I could take a picture in one shot and it just looked like I should post it on a centerfold somewhere. Now it's just like insane, like I belong in the cycle board. So the first picture from far away, it can seem okay or kind of normal. But then when you get close up, it's that dead look in your eyes. And the dead look in my eyes was from me not really wanting to be out there, me being angry and disappointed with everything. And really, when you think about it deeper, it's just being detached from everything around you, right? The second picture was from another side. On that other side, am I dressed appropriately? No. From far away, perhaps when you look closer, you see I got holes all inside, not this shirt, but then when I take this off, you can see my bra straps. But when the sweater thing, holes all on one side of it, am I okay with it? Yeah, I'm all right with it because I'm creative anyway. But my issue is laundry. I need to do laundry. And then the pants. Okay, I have on pants. Great. But then the shirt is actually a dress that because I gained 50 pounds, it's too small. It doesn't fit anymore, right? And then the pants, they double as oven mitts depending on whatever's closer. So it has a little grease stain on the bottom of it, So then from the other side, my belly is just huge and protruding. And I got that what they used to call the belly do back in the 80s when your belly stick more out than your butt do. Then from the back side, speaking of the butt, it looks flat and then it's going up. And I remember when we were in school, people used to tease people, say, why do fat people, their pants always right up their butt? And it's how you wear your clothes. And again, working out will help it too, because I think the booty do does that too. It pulls your clothes up forward. And so then, as I was getting ready for my next task, I saw who was it, the Jay Wayne guy, and thank you so much, Jay Wayne. But he was just like, well, don't be so critical, because he saw me typing in. I was filling out my emotion chart on my weight, because my emotions had changed from earlier. Earlier, I was hurt and disturbed because I didn't get the expectation I want. Got over that, moved on to the next thing. Then as I started that, because part of my quote unquote beauty journey is not really beauty, it's basically just basic hygiene, showering, hygiene, brushing your teeth, getting dressed, conditioning your hair, which, by the way, I showered and I got dressed and I put on deodorant, but I did not brush my teeth because I'm going to go get, and that's working into my workout. My workout is going to go get the toothpaste. So somehow I managed to lose the toothpaste that I had. So I'm going to go get some more toothpaste and then pick up a couple of other things from the place that I'm going to get the toothpaste from. So, and I didn't do lotion because I didn't feel like putting all like greased up stuff on me. I didn't want to be all greasy because I just have Vaseline. I go through lotion too fast. So that's what it is. And then because of my feet is what's dry and it's usually at night. But, and the rest I don't see because I don't look past, if it's below my breast, I don't see it because I just don't look down that far anymore. But, so take another look. Everything looks okay. But so, yeah, but I just turned around again just to look. And it's so funny. Let me finish telling you the story about the procession. So the cars were slowly going by. And at first I thought the guy was probably turned into a driveway. And maybe I was standing in the middle of a driveway and I didn't know it. So I looked and I wasn't. So I looked again to see what was going on. And then there's like 6 or 7 cars. And they're driving up real, real, real slow, right? And so then the second car, I got scared because the first car looked like just a sensible person getting from A to B, minding their business, right? But then for the second one, it was a white car and it was a young guy, and it's scary. I don't know why I'm scared of young people. It was a young guy. I think I've been watching too many of those movies, but it was a young guy. If you ever seen like the hood movies where the guy pull up in the hood and it's a young boy like 20 something and he's real big and built and he rolls his window down like, yeah. And it scared the hell out of me. It scared me so bad. You know what I'm saying? It scared me. So, because I was like, because the windows were real dark tinted and he rolled his window down to look at me. And I thought he was going to pull out a gun and shoot me. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm looking at him, he looking at me, I'm looking at him. And I'm like, okay. And then, I keep going because I'm like, if I stand here and stare like that, that's going to give him a reason. So let me move. So I kept going. And then the next car in line, it's the same thing. It's a procession. But what I'm thinking is maybe there was a funeral or some shit, and they're all grieving the loss. Or it could be a fucking drive-by. I don't know, Like I said, the families out here, they fucking stick together. Now the cursing's getting bad again. So, and that happened because that man that approached me when I was leaving, he said, is it okay if I curse? And I was like, yeah, because I picked up cursing, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to communicate the best way you know how, but that was a mistake. What I should have said was, no, that's something, it's best to try to express yourself the best way you can, but I'm gonna hold you accountable not to, and if you're speaking to me, I'm gonna hold you accountable to make sure that I don't as well. So then your accountability. But what I did was I threw dirt onto the dirt, right? And so yeah, but that little possession thing scared me. And there's some things, like I said, you can't really photograph or you can't really see because, if you value your life, that's not what you're gonna do. So should I go down this street? This street is real fire too, like a lot of crime on this street. so it's back to that guy that was talking when he was saying his auntie, like I said, I'm in my own thing. So it's a weekday, you know what I'm saying? It's Monday, the first day of the week. And not everybody works the same shift, not everybody works the same day. But, I don't know. So that's probably what the situation was there. He's staying with somebody and they're making him feel quote unquote low. Probably because they're just like, you need to get out and work or some shit like that, right? And yeah, so that's what it is. Then the other thing I have to be mindful of too is I'm on different apps and shit. Like, okay, I'm not on there for dating. I'm not. I will show y'all my profile when I get back. Basically, it's a whole bunch of QR codes, is what it is. But yeah, and so then too, people might have an impression. So maybe when he asked me if I was cursed, he was gauging how much of a quote unquote good girl I was, and if I'd be easy to take over if he needed to. And him trying to hold me in front of the house was probably so people could see what house he was talking about if he's telling somebody to come back and you know invade my privacy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then also what made me about weird about that guy too in hindsight, I was in the backyard one time. Because I was in the backyard, that guy, it was a guy that looked like him, lived in the house I think directly behind, had those braids in his hair, and I think it might have been him. So I think that's what the situation is. But yeah, so what are y'all opinion? Y'all know that that's one thing that I wanted to do, like when I was out and about, try to get into situations where I could communicate with people, ask people questions, like basically interview them on a thing. But I think if somebody approaches me, I'll say, hey, do you mind being on camera? So I can put them on camera. I don't know if the conversation was muted because when I hit the button down here, it was on mute. But yeah, the goal is going to get these people on camera. So that way it's for my safety and protection, as well as if, there's an opportunity for me to grow, then, there's a foundation, of trust. So, whew, I didn't realize this walk is that bad for me. That's how big I got. I'm now at 202 pounds. I gained 0.8 pounds from yesterday because I decided I had like 6 ribeye steaks. It's not really exaggerating. They were like 2 ribeye steaks, big ones, but I cut them into thirds. So 6 pieces, that's the size of my hand. So I had 6 of those yesterday. Then I had like 12 buffalo wings that I made in the air fryer. They were so good. And I made some ranch smashed potatoes. They were pretty good too, but I think I overdid the ranch on them. But it's good. And so that is why I gained that extra zero point 0.8 of a pound today. All right, so I think I'm okay now. I'm gonna keep walking. There's police up ahead. Nothing unusual for this town of Valdosta that ain't shit, but